Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another recording in the series AP Stat series that we're doing, and we are progressing through the third unit in the course. Okay, and you should have all completed everything there is to do with the second unit. We're into the third unit. We're actually getting close to the end of the third unit, so we're going to be talking about closing this one up in Class Connects. Okay. So what are we going to be looking for here? We're going to be looking at checking for normality. Checking for normality. How do we check to see something is normal? Wow. Interesting little screenshot there. I don't know if that would actually tell me if they're normal or not. Why? Why would I care if something is normal? Well, you saw by looking at the z values that you can see the area under the curve. And that helps you by seeing what percentage of whatever we're looking at there fits in a certain area, or by a certain value, what percentage of the people are at this point. It gives us a huge power. We can say by percentages what we're looking for, okay? So the lessons give all these great ways to test for normality. They're giving you this, they're giving you, these formulas, and they're looking at this information and they're looking at that information. When we're taking the AP exam, we don't have the luxury of time. Some of those things take a while to do. I mean, they gave you a down and dirty approach, but it looked like it was going to take you a while to get it done. It took me a while to run through that lesson and figure out if something was normal their way. I didn't like that. Okay, we need to decide fast if it's normal, and then give the AP test people something that we can live with and move forward with, and say that it is a normal distribution. So what do? I just wanted to be very clear with you. I make a box and whisker graph. If they're asking me, is this normal data? Making a box and whisker graph and looking at this, well, where's my mean, my median right here? It's right here in the middle. 25% of them are in here, 25% of them in there. Try it with my pointer next time. 25% in here, 25% in there, 25% there, 25% there. Looks fairly evenly distributed to me. Okay? It looks like the mean is right near the middle of the data, and I would say that that is a normal distribution, or nearly normal distribution. And you can just say, by looking at the box and whisker graph, it looks to be a nearly normal distribution. Look at a frequency chart. By looking at the frequency chart of the data, it looks like it's a fairly normal distribution. That's pretty much all you really have to say. What kind of text would we use? What kind of verbiage would we use in that situation? You would say the frequency graph or the box and whisker graph of this data shows a basic normal distribution with a mean of some value and measure and with the unit to measure on it, with a mean of this number per units or whatever it is, and the standard deviation of with this unit of measure. This is doing two things. One, you're saying it's normal, and you're tying it to the question in question by making certain you're putting those unit measures on there. Okay? So, what am I saying? Well, if I give you some data, that is the uh, systolic blood pressure of the males in a particular school, okay? Sampling of the males in a school, you could say, well, by plotting that data on a box and whisker graph, it shows to be a normal distribution with a mean value of 168 psi, pounds per square inch, and a standard deviation of 6 psi. That's all you really have to do. By stating that, you're saying it's normal, and you've given them the measure of the mean and the standard deviation. These are the types of things that when you're taking the AP test, this little paragraph, customized to the question that's in question, but this little paragraph will get you enough credit to say, yes, it was a normal distribution. Okay? Then, by assuming normality, you can use the z table, and you can find the percentage of the value that's underneath the graph, or the percentage of the value of what they're looking for. What do we use this for? Well, if we can say that 90% of the people fit into this, therefore I'm looking forward in time, I would say 90% of the people are going to continue doing something like this. That's an interesting little inference that we just made there. That's inferential statistics. That's where we're getting to, being able to draw a conclusion based upon that information. Okay? Okay, I'm not taking attendance here. Just another word about making certain you're telling me what course you're in. Just a little word. Most of you are doing it. You're telling me you're in AP Stats when you're sending me questions. Actually, not getting just a whole lot, so not worried about it too badly from you guys. If you've got questions, please come bring them to my toga. Bring them to any of the course class connects you see that I'm in. I would gladly love to answer your questions for you. Okay? Let's not go into this and be confused about anything. Let's make certain we're getting it out on the table and know what we're talking about. So, enjoy talking with you, and I will see you next time.